Hi everyone, my name is Miss Isabella. I am here from A Time for Kids. This is our full steam ahead program today. So we will be practicing science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. We practice these subjects through our listening activities by working our fine motor skills, our gross motor skills, our critical thinking, our language development, and most importantly, we do this through our science experiments. So today I have a science experiment called the leak-proof bag. So all you guys need today is just a plastic bag, some water, and some pencils. So just make sure that your pencils are sharpened. I have some colored pencils here. You guys can use any sort of pencils. Just make sure that they're sharpened because we are going to be poking holes in our plastic bag filled with water, and we're gonna watch what happens. And you guys can also, if you have some spaghetti, take that out because we're gonna practice poking some spaghetti through it too. And after, we're gonna get to read a story called Spaghetti with the Yeti. So we're going to start first by warming up those hands. We're gonna take them, we're gonna wave with them like this. We're gonna shake, shake, shake. All right, boys and girls, let's take those hands, let's wave them up high and grown up so you guys can grab those materials while we're warming up our hands. We'll wave them down low to the floor. We'll wave them as fast as we can go. Shake it all out. Shake, shake, shake. And freeze. Let's find our head. We'll tap on our head. We'll find our chin, our shoulders. We'll find our knees. And last one, let's find our ears and let's turn them on and let's get ready for that hello song. So we are going to sing hello. It's a nice way to greet each other. We'll wave those hands and we will say hi. All right, get ready, guys. Oh, I hear it. There it is. All right, let's wave those hands. Let's warm them up. Here we go.
Hello.
Get ready.
Hello, nice to see you, everyone. Hello, nice to see you, everyone.
Get ready, guys. Hello to you, hello to you, hello to you, hello to me. Point to yourselves.
Hello, nice to see you.
Everyone, you got it, guys. Here we go again. Let's wave those hands. Keep on waving.
Hello, nice to see you, everyone. Hello, nice to see you, everyone.
Get ready. Here we go. Hello to you. Hello to you. Point to your grown-ups. Point to yourself.
Hello, nice to see you, everyone.
All right, boys and girls, are you ready to sing a little bit quieter now? Let's use our whisper voices.
Hello, nice to see you, everyone. Hello, nice to see you, everyone.
Get ready.
Hello to you,
Hello to you. Hello to you. And point to yourself.
Hello, nice to see you, everyone.
All right, let's get a little bit louder now. We'll raise our voices. Here we go.
Hello, nice to see you, everyone. Hello, nice to see you, everyone.
Here we go. Hello to you. Hello to you. Hello to you.
Hello to me. Hello, nice to see you, everyone. Hello to you, hello to you, hello to you, hello to me. Hello, nice to see you, everyone. Hello.
All right, boys and girls, we did it. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, now guys, before we start our science experiment, we are going to practice holding our pencils because that's an important step to getting ready for school. So you guys can grab out one of those pencils. I have my blue one right here, and we're gonna practice holding our pencils with a song called Where is Thumpkin? So I know you guys have probably heard this song before where we go, where is Thumpkin, where is Thumpkin? Here I am, here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away. So if you guys know that song, we are going to be singing that, but we're going to be singing a little bit of a different version where we will learn how to hold our pencils and work those fine motor skills before we start our science experiment. So we're going to practice first by finding pointer, and pointer finger is right here, so you guys can practice moving pointer. And pointer is going to go on the top of our pencil. So you guys can practice it, take pointer, put it on the top of your pencil like this. And then we're gonna find Thumbkin, and Thumbkin is right here, right? Those are our thumbs. We're gonna find Thumbkin, and Thumbkin's gonna go on the side of our pencil. So we have pointer on the top, and we have Thumbkin on the side like that. And after that, we are going to find Tall Man or Middle Man. So we're gonna find Tall Man, and we're gonna take him and we are going to put him on the bottom. So we're gonna find Pointer, put him on the top, find Thumbkin, put him on the side, and find Tall Man and put him on the bottom like that, right? And we are going to practice. You guys can hold that pencil. We're gonna do with some music, and we're gonna learn about how each finger plays an important role in holding our pencil. All right, so here we go, guys. We'll do it with some music. Get those pencils out. All right, there it is. So let's find
Pointer.
Where is Pointer?
On the top.
On the top. Just like that, right? Ready to write. Find the top. All right, you guys got it. Now we're going to find Thumbkin. Where is Thumbkin? On this side. On this side. All right, we're gonna hold it in between. And Thumbkin, let's hear what he does. Your pencil glide, right? All right, let's find Tall Man. And remember, he's gonna go on the bottom. On the bottom, right? And let's listen to what Tall Man does. Where you want them, right? So Tall Man keeps your letters where you want them. All right, boys and girls, give yourselves a round of applause. You guys did a great job. So did you guys hear all of that? We had Pointer on the top, we had Thumbkin on the side to help us glide, and we had Tall Man on the bottom, and he helps us keep our letters where we want them. All right, now that we know how to hold our pencils, we are going to start our science experiment. And as we poke our pencils into the bags, you guys can practice holding in that form I showed you guys, okay? All right, here we go. So we're gonna get our materials out. All right, I'm going to bring over my table. And I have a large pan on top of my table just in case it gets a little bit messy. So if you guys wanna grab out a large pan, a plate, we are gonna also take our plastic bag and we're gonna start to fill it with some water. So I'm gonna work right over my pan just in case any water spills. So I'm gonna pour it right in. And just make sure it's about halfway filled. That seems about good. And then we are going to seal our bag. So again, this is working our fine motor skills. So grown-ups, you guys can have your children work on this part. Have them take their fingers and press our bag shut so that we're working those fine motor skills, which is increasing that muscle in our fingers. And when we get to school and we start writing, our fingers won't get as tired as we're holding that pencil, and we'll be able to hold it in that right formation. So we'll press, press, make sure it's all sealed. All right, make sure that no water is leaking out. And then we are going to take our pencil and we are going to poke a hole through it. So now I want you guys to try to make an observation. We're working those early scientific processes of planning, observations, investigations. So this is the time to make an observation and take a guess what you guys think might happen. If I take my pencil and I poke a hole all the way through my plastic bag, what do you guys think? Do you think the water will spill out? Let's see, let's try it. I hope the water doesn't spill all over me. Here we go on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Poke it right through. Guys, what happened? Did any water spill out? I don't see any water. Let's see. Wow, look at that. And my pencil went right through my plastic bag. Should we try it with another pencil? All right, let's do it. Here we go. On the count of 3. We'll do the same thing, and you guys can practice holding your pencil in that formation, but hold it towards the top for this one to just make it going a little bit easier. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, did it work? Is any water spilling out? What do you guys think? I don't see any water still. Let's see, so far we have 2 pencils in and no water is spilling out of my bags. All right, let's try it with one more. All right, I have blue here. Now let's see, guys. Let's see if we can do 3 pencils. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did it work? Guys, it worked. Look at that. So you guys can keep on putting more pencils through it. See how many pencils you guys can get through the plastic bag. And the reason this works is because our plastic bags are made up of polymer, and those are actually flexible, long molecules and chains that help bond together to our pencils. So after we poke that hole through it and the hole happens, those polymers are actually creating a temporary seal around my pencil, and it's allowing no water to spill out of my bag. Now I want to try this again, but this time, let's try to take a piece of spaghetti. All right, now this one's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's thinner, the spaghetti might break, but we will do the best that we can. Let's see if we can put a different material through it. All right, so for this, let's see, I'll practice getting it through one end. All right, I got it through one side, and we'll try to put it through the other side. All right, there it is. So we have our spaghetti through it, and the spaghetti is a little bit thinner, so we can see that the polymers are not completely bonding over it, right? It creates a little less of a seal. We have a little bit of water dripping out. And now if we try taking our spaghetti out like this, the reason I say it creates a temporary seal is because the second we remove it, you guys see the water spilling out. And now I want to try it with the spaghetti because the spaghetti is a little bit easier to find the hole, put it right back through, and see if we can seal up the hole once again. Guys, did it work? Yeah, right? So it might be a little bit harder to do that with the pencil, but since the spaghetti is thinner, we can find those holes again and we can seal it. And it's now bonded around my spaghetti again. So now let's pull them all out and let's see what happens. So we'll pull out the spaghetti. All right, we have some water falling. We'll pull out the pencil. Wow, that one's creating a little bit more of a water flow, right? Let's pull out our other pencil. And this is, again, working those fine motor skills. Have them take the pencils and pull it, right? Pinch their fingers together. And this is why I said work over either a large pan or a plate. We'll take our other pencil out. And there it is. And now by water, it's not above those holes anymore, so it's not spilling out as much. But if you guys leaned it over, you can see it's still going to spill out. All right, so we are going to take this. I'm going to put this to the side, and that was my experiment for today. So I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for making predictions with me. I wonder if any of your predictions came true. Did they? Tell your grown-ups about what you thought might happen and what actually happened. All right, I'm going to place that to the side, and we are going to get to read my story now. And my story is called Spaghetti with the Yeti. And I wanted to read this story since we were working with some spaghetti today. Right, I think we all might be hungry now. So my story starts off and it says, a boy called George had an excellent plan to go and discover the Yeti. He put in his backpack a warm woolly hat, a map, and a tin of spaghetti. So he's getting all ready. Slowly, George climbed up a steep mountain path in search of the mystical beast, when he stumbled straight into a monster who was eating a scrumptious feast. "Hooray!" shouted George. "I knew you'd be here. I'm sure that you must be the Yeti." The monster stood up with a furious gaze. "Are you crazy? My name is Betty." "Is that the Yeti?" "No, her name is Betty." "I'm so sorry, Betty," George said with a smile, "but I'm taking the Yeti some lunch." "In that case, you'll want to take some of these bones for the Yeti. He likes food with a crunch." So George climbed up the steep mountain path to track down the hideous brute. There he goes, guys, look at him balancing. When he stumbled upon a big monster with a face like a battered old boot. "Yippee!" shouted George. "I've tracked you down now. I've been searching so long for the Yeti." The monster glared down with the angriest growl. How insulting! My name is Hetty. Guys, is that the Yeti? No. I'm so sorry, Hetty, George said with a sigh, but I'm taking the Yeti a treat. In that case, you'll want to take one of these goats, for the Yeti likes food with a bleat. So George trudged on up the steep mountain path, dragging the goat by her tail, when he spotted a shape in the distance and heard the most bone-chilling wail. "Hurrah!" shouted George. "At last, it is you! I've been looking so hard for the Yeti." The monster looked down with a horrible howl. "Are you bonkers? My name is Nettie." He still couldn't find him. "I'm so sorry, Nettie," sighed George, feeling glum, "but I'm taking the Yeti a snack." "Well, in that case, you'll want to take lobsters and crabs, for the Yeti likes food he can crack." See, so he still didn't find the Yeti, but now George has all these different foods to give the Yeti. I hope he finds him. So George plodded up the steep mountain path. The difficult climb made him puff. Exhausted, he threw himself down on the ground. "That's it," he cried. "I've had enough." As George sat hopelessly, his head in his hands, a shadow fell over that place. He felt something hairy, a prod in the back, and then turned and peered up at... Guys, who do you think it is? A face. "I found you!" cried George with a big happy grin, and he showed all his gifts to the Yeti. But the monster looked down at the crab and the goat and said, "Sorry, I just like spaghetti." Guys, what happened? It seems like George knew what the Yeti liked after all. Sounds like my dog hears all the food that I'm naming. She sounds hungry herself. "I knew it," said George with a whoop of delight, and he opened the battered old tin. Then he tipped the spaghetti out into the bowl, and George and the Yeti tucked in, and slurp goes the spaghetti. All right, boys and girls, that's my story. Thank you for reading with me. So we are going to sing and dance now to my last song, and that is Skidamarink. So we are going to stand up. I'm going to get the music on, and we are going to sing and dance together. Here we go. All right, you guys take out those musical instruments. So if you have bells, drums, spoons attached together, I have some bells. You guys can grab out some spoons to make some music. And here we go.
Skidamarink, dinky dink, skidamarink, doo. I love you. Skidamarink, dinky dink, skidamarink, doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Skidamarink, dinky dink, skidamarink, doo. Here we go. I love you. I love you, sing it. I love you. You're all around it. I love you.
Big hugs, everyone.
Boo, boo, be doo.
Woo! All right, boys and girls, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Thank you for trying that experiment out for me. I had so much fun, and make sure you guys stay tuned for our next science experiments. All right, bye everybody. Bye guys.